The perfect murder. The perfect murder. Cover all your bases. It's the perfect murder. And I'm going to teach you how to do it. Yo, what's up, guys? We're back. Episode 6. Can you believe we made it to episode 6? I certainly can, because I've been doing this, and it's been fun. It's so fun, and I hope you guys are enjoying these episodes, because it has given me an outlet, something in place of stand-up to do, and I'm loving it. All the ideas that I have in my head, I get to rant about them on here, and I'm glad you guys are here to listen to them, because without you guys, I'd be a crazy person in a room yelling at 2 cameras. I don't want to be that guy. What am I doing? So, here we are again, guys. I wanted to talk about what's going on. It's hard. You know what I realized about the podcast? Is that it's hard to do in a quarantine because there ain't shit to do. You know what I'm saying? So, in a normal everyday thing, I'd be out and about doing things, right? Having experiences and whatnot. And now I'm just sitting here watching fucking Dateline every night. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the stuff I can talk about is what did I see on Netflix? What article did I read? Shit like that, which I guess is fine, but I can't tell you about experiences I've had because I haven't been having them. Does that make sense? I hope it does, you know? Because when I do stand-up, for example, right? I go out, I live my life, and then I tell a story about my life. And that's what's fun about stand-up is because you can go and express yourself on stage and tell people your viewpoint of what just happened to you. Or tell a story. I pride myself in being a good storyteller. The 2 little kids went to the store, they fucking got some eggs, and then they died. Tell a good story. Right? I've been telling stories since I was a kid. That's what I look forward to when I was in high school. I loved going to school because I'd go and make jokes and shit like that in class. And then when it was lunchtime, I'd go and regurgitate what I just did in class for my friends, and they would laugh. And that's when comedy was a natural progression, man. People often ask me, how long have you been doing stand-up? My whole life. Ever since I was a baby, man. Ever since I was a little kid, I was always making jokes. You know, I liked the attention that it gave me. It gave me the attention, the validation. Having fun, making other people have fun, feeling wanted by other people. That was a big thing that I liked. The funny guy, invite Amir, he's funny. That's why I like to do that. So anyways, I've been watching Dateline, dude. That's what I've been doing. Watching Dateline over and over and over. And I've always watched Dateline before, but now this is like, seriously, I'm very connected. You know, true crime is a huge thing for me. I love any type of true crime podcast. I like true crime TV. You know what I mean? It's just very interesting to me. The human condition intrigues me. I like serial killer shit. It intrigues me that somebody's so crazy that they could murder people. It makes me excited. I mean, not excited, but it makes me like wonder, how could you ever get in that headspace to kill somebody? Right? I just think it's so, those people just like really fascinate me. That somebody could drive themselves to murder someone, butcher them, leave them under their fucking house. John Wayne Gacy exactly is who I'm talking about. Murdered boys. Tortured them. And then buried them under his fucking house. And then lived there like everything was okay. Dressed up as a clown. And did kids parties. What a guy. What a freaking guy. So I don't know, man, this Dateline stuff. Dateline is so funny because now you start to figure out patterns when you watch Dateline. And you can't help but think, can I commit the perfect murder? I hope you guys aren't using this in court and I've committed a murder. But I know that it's possible. Me just talking about this and telling you that I think I know how to commit a perfect murder may be used against me in the court of law. They'll be like, Amir K, Salty Locks Podcast, Episode 6 for evidence. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as you can see here, he watched a lot of Dateline and he thought he could get away with the perfect murder. I love, then you know how I just did that right there? That's the theatrics of a fucking prosecuting attorney. You know what I mean? And there he was. Stabbed him 19 times in the trash. You know, they do that. They do it dramatically for the jury to prove the point of how vicious the guy was or whatever it is, you know. I love the theatrics. I honestly think I could have been either a defense attorney or a prosecuting attorney. I think I could have, because I would have theatrics the whole shit. I would have come dressed in costumes. You know, I'd be like, here he was in the tree. And I'd have like a bush plant on my fucking body, you know. And I'd be like, and he was peeking through the tree. And I'd pull the bushes away. He was peeking through the tree. And there he was, waiting for the perfect time to commit the murder. And there is no doubt in my mind, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, there's no doubt in my mind that the man sitting right there, no more than 35 feet away from you, is the murderer. Do you see how fucking convincing that was? I mean, goddamn Oscar-winning performance. I would just play it up. I would play it up. But I love those guys, the attorneys that like really get into it, you know? And he stabbed them 17 times to make sure he was dead. 16, 17. And he's counting it out, you know what I mean? Because he's got to do it. He's got to show how the murder happened and how callous the murder was. Premeditated, how he thought it out. And that's why lawyers are so good. Because they say the best way to win the jury over? Tell them the story. Tell them the story. That's why I think I would be good at that. I could tell a story. I could paint a picture. You can't help but believe that the guy was there, because I just told you in vivid color. I know a lot. I know a lot about crime. I know a lot about crime. Can I commit the perfect murder? I know one thing. If you're a wife that wants to kill a husband, don't take a fucking insurance policy out a week before, you idiot. Right? Husband, same thing, man. Yeah, we were just on the side of the cliff. She fell back. She fell all the way back. Is it true that you guys were fighting all the time? No, we had a great marriage. We had a great marriage. And then also, idiots, when you're in the fucking interrogation room, know that they have a camera on you all the time. All the time, there's a fucking camera on you. There was one episode I watched. The girl did a handstand. When the guy left the room, she was doing some sort of relaxing yoga pose and did a handstand. You're guilty. I can tell when they know they're fucked is when, even if you watch First 48 or any of those like cop shows where they're interrogating, you can tell the person's screwed is the moment that they do this. When the cop leaves the room and then they go like this. If your head goes in your hands, you fucking did it. You did it. And it amazes me that they don't know that there's people watching this video live. They're watching the feed live. And that's it. They go, oh, hands to the head. We got him. We got him, Jack. He fucking did it. He did it. No doubt in my mind. It amazes me. It absolutely amazes me. Another thing that they do, they'll do the Robert Durst thing. Remember that guy, the Jinx? When he goes, how could you kill all those people? You did it, of course. Remember he was mic'd up? Robert Durst, he was mic'd up on that HBO special, The Jinx, and he admits to murdering all those people when he was taking a bathroom break, and he was mic'd. The idiot was fucking mic'd. Right? So some of these people will do that in the interrogation room. They'll be like, what did you do? Why did you do this? Why did I do it? There's microphones in the room! Stupid idiot. So that's like the easy stuff, right? Don't say anything dumb in the interrogation room. Whether the cops are in there or not, you're always being recorded. Another thing, man, get rid of the cell phones. Get rid of the cell phones, man. The cell phone's pinging the whole time. If you're going to go commit a crime, don't bring your cell phone. Don't check Instagram for 15 minutes. Just go kill somebody, leave the cell phone at home. That's a surefire way to place yourself at the murder scene. That's another way you could stop that. Don't bring a cell phone. Rule number 2. Hey, when you go buy rope and a shovel, don't buy that shit together. Rope, shovel, and a fucking duct tape? Oh, this guy's going nowhere but to kill people. At the same place at Home Depot. And then he's buying lime and acid and a big bucket for the body? To dissolve the body? You're guilty. If you're going to buy stuff to commit a murder, you got to buy it separate. You know what I'm saying? Always buy the stuff separate, dude. Buy the rope. Just buy the rope. And then even make a joke with the cashier, you know? Just hang in a swing. Hang in a swing, not for killing anybody. This rope's not for killing anyone. I'm just going to hang a swing. That's what you should say, at least so they can remember you. Don't buy the stuff together. 2, pay in cash. Always pay in cash. You don't want a credit card trace of that. Wear a disguise. God damn it. Wear a disguise when you go shopping. So there's no chance of them knowing that that was you on camera, purchasing with a smile on your face and joking with the teller a bunch of rope. Wear a disguise. Put a mustache on. Grow one. Took me a week. Quarantine. Look different when you go into the store. Don't buy it near your house. Nowhere near your house. Purchasing stuff for the murder. Buy it separate. Use cash. Wear a disguise. Have an alibi. That's the rule. That seems easy. Have a alibi. And some people have such weak ones. You know. I was at home sleeping. How could I do it? I was sleeping. It was 2 p.m. I took a nap. Stupid idiot. Buy a movie ticket. Easy alibi. 7:15 showing of Cats. Go buy the movie ticket. Have that in your pocket. How long's Cats? 2 hours? 2.5 hours maybe? Right? It gives you 2.5 hours of time. Doesn't it? Seems like an easy alibi to me, dude. You were in the movie theater, man. I got the ticket stub. But the one thing about that is you can't plan it too much. Because when the cops go, where were you? I was at the movies. You can't jump in that fast. You can't do it. Because then they're like, oh, you went to the movies and got the ticket, so you have an alibi. You got to pretend like you can't find the ticket. Oh, I was at the movies. I don't know if I got to get back to you. I don't know. I'll see if I can find my credit card. My credit card's going to have a charge on the movie theater. I'll show you. I went to the AMC and I bought a ticket to Cats. I'm not guilty. And easy with your eyebrows and face like that, because you got to really control your face. Wouldn't be a bad idea to go get a little Botox right before you did the interrogation. So you have a stone face, man. I didn't commit the murder. I didn't do this murder. There's no way I did this murder. There's not an ounce of tell in my face, is there? Because look, I didn't do the murder. How could I have done the murder? But if you're doing this, last week I was a Botox. I didn't do it. I just didn't do it. Sure, I thought about it. He just admitted it. What a dipstick. Datelines, brother. Datelines, brother. It's always the husband. It's always the husband. Somebody gets murdered, go look at the fucking husband first. I don't even know why they look at anybody else. Just look at the husband, weed that dude out first, then go to other people. And Dateline, my favorite part is they always try to paint the story like kind of like they have red herrings and stuff. So they're like, oh, it was probably that guy. They always like send you down the weird little lane to go chase this other guy in your head. You're like, oh, it was probably that guy. Couldn't have been him. And then sometimes the husband did it and they're interviewing the husband. So you're like, it couldn't have been him. But you don't realize that they're interviewing the husband in a frame this tight because the motherfucker's in a prison jumpsuit. You know, that would give it away. If you saw the orange jumpsuit or the blue jumpsuit, that would give it away. You'd be like, he's in prison. Oh, he's in jail for the murder. Right? So they always shoot it in a tight frame. Anytime I see a tight frame, I go, it was him. It was him. I tell my friends. I watch friends. Another way to fool them. Get a ticket. Park your car somewhere where you're going to get a ticket. And again, don't be too upfront with the information when the cops, are questioning you. If they question you, go, hey, where were you when this person was killed around 6 p.m.? You can't be like, I got a ticket. You got to just say, I don't know. I have no idea. 6 p.m. What was I doing? Well, I went to this area, and you got to kind of fish around it. Don't tell them right away. Be like, I went to this area. And maybe not even that time tell them. Don't even tell them then that you got a ticket. Just wait and then hang up and go, let me just think about it. And then go, oh, I got a ticket. It reminds me, I got a ticket there. I couldn't have done the murder. I got a ticket. Is this bad that I'm telling you guys how to get away with a murder? Because I'm starting to feel like this is bad. Right? And that's what's going to actually listen to this, kill somebody, and then I'm going to have to testify. And be like, I didn't know that now I'm going to be an accomplice? Fuck. Erase it. Erase it. It's coming out. I don't care. I'm going to tell you how I think you could commit a perfect murder, right? Murder weapon. Let's talk murder weapon. Why don't we talk murder weapon, right? So you got a murder weapon. Can't use a gun. If I know anything about forensics, man, when the bullet comes out of the barrel, it leaves an imprint on the bullet based off what the shit that's going on inside the shaft of that gun. So they can trace that back to any gun. Don't use a gun. Don't know whose gun it was, who registered. Too much tracing. A knife. Don't use a serrated edge. Because when it cuts the skin, they can tell what kind of edge it had. The best one that I've seen is slow poisoning. It's a wife did it to a husband, and she did it to multiple. This is what I don't get. Is that sometimes these people will kill multiple husbands and collect the insurance money. Multiple husbands. This lady poisoned slowly with antifreeze. With antifreeze. She would give him a little bit of antifreeze every night, and the guy would slowly get sick, act kooky, and be like, I've been sick for weeks. But the wife's been making roast beef sandwiches every night. She doesn't normally cook, but she's been really cooking up a storm. But I don't feel great. Wayne. The guy's friend's name was Wayne. This lady, I was watching one, she killed multiple husbands that way, slow poisoning. And it was genius, because the only way she fucked up was because she buried the husband so fast. You know? Buried the husband way too fast. The guy died, he goes, all right, put him in the hole. Give it a day. Give it one day. Do the mourning process. You got to cry about it. Got to have the family over. Real tears, no fake tears. That's another thing I see. I don't see tears. The best ones are the hitman ones. The hitman ones are my favorite. Don't fucking hire a hitman, you stupid little. If you hire a hitman, you're a stupid. 99.9% of the hitmen are cops. When was the last time a hitman thing worked? The moment you open your mouth about killing someone, it's over. That's the biggest mistake I hear, is as soon as you told one person, you're good as caught. Finding a hitman? Where are you going to find a hitman? You ask one of your, whatever buddies. As soon as you ask, Johnny was asking about killing his wife. That's it. And it's always going to be in their head. When murder happens, it's a done deal. Don't ever hire a hitman. And I love it. The ones that are my favorite are the Datelines where they catch like the husband or wife setting up, with the hitman in the car. And the hitman, they're so obvious. Yeah, and they cuss. They cuss a lot so that you can think, oh, this can't be a cop. He's saying fuck. That's the thing they do, How the fuck do you want it done? You want it fucking dirty or you want it fucking bad? So you think, oh, this guy's cussing a lot. He can't be a hitman. Cops don't cuss. The FBI doesn't cuss. Right? So he'll talk all dirty to you, I'm gonna fucking murder him. What do you want me to fucking kill anybody else? They go over the top with it, No, I'm not a cop. Why the fuck would you think I was a cop? Are you a fucking cop? They'll do shit like that. The hitman ones are my absolute favorite. Because the wife clearly is getting busted here, and she's getting set up, and he's like, bring the money and give it in an envelope and hand it to me. And then they always want to make sure that they're clear with you on what you're asking for. So a hitman that's an informant is going to be going, so you want me to do it? It's final. It's final, right? I'm going to murder him, and he's not going to breathe anymore, and it's going to be final. He'll be dead forever. You know that, right? You want me to do it? How do you want me to do it? Dirty or bad? Make it look like an accident, or you want me to really shove its lights out? Because I love doing that. And they'll do that too. They'll act like they've done it before. Like, oh, there's a couple things I could do, which I love doing because I've murdered people. I'm a murderer. I'm a hitman professionally. I've done more, just one of these. Is there bugs in my fucking studio? There's bugs in the studio. And I've seen them on the previous episodes, and you guys probably have too. Is there bugs in the studio? Tune in for the Dateline where I get the bugs killed. I could feel this bug. I don't even know what kind of fly it is. Fruit fly. I don't even have any fruit in the house. Let's talk about murder weapons, okay? Gun is going to leave the mark on the bullet. That's just a known fact. You don't have to be a genius to know that. Every time a bullet gets fired out of a barrel of a gun, it leaves an imprint on that casing of the bullet when it gets shot out that identifies the barrel of that gun with that bullet. That's why they do the forensic shooting tests, right? To see, did this bullet come from this gun? Don't use a gun. Don't use a knife. It's a little too messy, I feel like, right? Don't use a knife. Antifreeze, good option. Quiet, silent killer. Do it over time. The sad part about that is you got to sit there and watch your husband or wife. I know you hate them, but you got to watch them in agony and pain. Over and over and over. Hey, maybe you get a thrill out of that. You're sick. If you do, you're sick. Then again, you're killing the person, so who gives a shit, right? So antifreeze, good option. Ice. Ice, I think they did it on a CSI where like ice was used as a weapon. Like a sharp piece of ice, like icicles to stab somebody. How are you going to hold on to that thing, first of all? But actually, if you do commit the murder weapon has disintegrated. So you're good. It disintegrated. It's in the water. I can't find it. Where's the murder weapon? I don't know. Why are you wearing a rough glove? To hold the ice. I'm wearing a rough glove so I can hold the ice. That's how they find you. Fibers. You have to wear pretty much a hazmat suit when you kill somebody. Fibers is I don't even know how they've one tiny nose hair on a body. I don't know how they find these things. One tiny, tiny carpet fiber that matches the color of the carpet you had in your creep van, you stupid creep. They caught you. You got to cover all your bases, man. All your freaking bases must be covered. Best time to kill someone? Best time to commit a crime, for that matter, during lockdown. He was wearing a mask. So was everyone. Unlimited suspects. The suspect, assailant, was wearing a mask. I know. They all were. I took a photo. This is the best thing. I just got a Costco card, updated Costco card. I don't know why I live by myself. I don't need a Costco membership, but I did it because every now and then I like to go there, take a little whirl down the aisles, right? Samples are gone, so there's no sampling anymore. But you know, you take a whirl down the aisles, you go, hey, do I really need this fucking 18-foot trash can? Do I really need 87 muffins? I don't. But it's nice to go look at this stuff every now and then. Alcohol, great place to buy alcohol. $23, double black. Johnny Walker, that's an example. Good deal. Ribs, I want to make barbecue. I like smoking stuff. On a Traeger. Traeger, that was for you. Go get 3 racks of ribs, $30. It's a good deal. $2.99 a pound. Costco, great deal. So I went and got a Costco card. And I go to take the picture. And I'll show it to you guys. I have a mask on. I'm wearing sunglasses and a hat. And the guy goes, no, leave it all on when I'm taking the picture for my card. What's the point? What the fuck is the point? Now I look at the card. You look at this picture. Look at the picture. Any Muppet can go to Costco with my card. Any Muppet. The body. Getting rid of the body. Murder has been committed. You did a good job. You covered your bases so far. Now you got a body on your hands. Don't cut it up in the house. They have that luminol spray. They spray it anywhere there was blood, they're going to find it. They're going to find it. I don't care how good you cleaned. I don't care how much bleach you used. They're going to find blood. They'll check the sink. They'll check the drain. They'll always check the drain. Hacking up a body in your own bathtub. Moron. They're going to check the drain. There's little blood residue on the bottom of that drain. Don't do it at the house. Okay? I don't know why everyone doesn't just rent a boat, take the body, take it out there, put some freaking weights on the body, chum some sharks around, feed it to the sharks. Hard to do because then you got to rent a boat, and that's where they're going to catch you. So don't do that. You got to get rid of the body. You have to get rid of the body. Rid of it. Completely rid of it so they can't find the body. The moment they find the body, you're fucked. There's going to be too much forensics on the body for them to find. Is this bad that I'm telling you guys to murder people? I'm starting to feel really guilty. And I'm starting to think, why the fuck do I know so much about murdering people? And why am I telling you guys about it? Because I'm a know-it-all. There's more and more flies as I do this thing. I mean, where are they coming from? We're in an enclosed space, man. Is there a body in here? Are those maggots that have turned to flies? On the next Dateline. He had a podcast, Salty Locks. But those weren't the only things salty. It was his relationship. That my favorite is Keith Morrison. I can't really do an impression of him, but that guy, his voice is the best. And the way he talks about the crime. Did she know? But there was two things they didn't know. They were idiots and stupid. I don't know. You see what I'm getting at. Keith Morrison, one of the reasons I watch. Josh Makowitz, the guy's great too. Always looks disheveled. Looks like he just woke up from an 8-day coke bender. Look. Josh Makowitz. Got to get rid of the body. Take the body somewhere into the woods. Bear country. Yosemite. No body. No conviction. Everybody knows that. Tie some bacon to the body. Bears come down and eat the body. Make sure they eat it all. Don't leave any bones around. Feed it to animals. Sharks. Alligators. Live in Florida. Throw it in the water. I'd assume that's a way to get rid of it. The bucket with the lime and the acid would seem like it would work, but then you got to store it somewhere. You got to go to a public storage if you want to put a tub somewhere, right? Have the body disintegrate in there. But then some hobo that's renting out the fucking public storage next to you is going to hear you shuffling around. And he's going to tell the cops. Because those guys live in there, some of them, right? They go, I got kicked out. My wife kicked me out, so now I'm living in this public storage. But don't worry. I'm probably going to have a bucket here because I'm killing that bitch. He's probably going to kill his ex-wife that just kicked him out of the house and makes him live at a public storage. Another motive for murder. Don't have a motive. If you want to kill someone, don't have a motive. They always say the DC sniper, for example, the reason the DC sniper was never caught or was caught for a long time was the motive. He was killing people randomly. There was no motive for that. He was just shooting people randomly. Guy was walking with a grocery cart. Boom, shot him. Dead. No motive. Random acts, right? So hard to find him. Why is he doing this? Horrified DC. People were horrified. Killer on the loose. There's a killer on the loose. You're gonna be horrified. Another huge thing that you need to take in consideration. If you're gonna kill your wife or husband, you gotta be patient. You gotta be a model husband, model wife, so no one could say these guys had problems. No one had extramarital affairs. Cut all the extramarital affairs. I don't know how many times a guy will be like, my wife is dead. My wife is dead. Who's this lady? Fucking some mistress he has been having an affair with. He just killed her because he's told her, we should run away together. And there's that lady. Just get rid of the mistress. Get rid of the mistress if you're going to do the murder and be patient. You might even change your mind. If you're patient, you might be like, oh, maybe she's not that bad. You're going to kill your wife. Maybe she's not that bad. I was patient with her. And guess what? We have a great relationship. All right? That trip to Yosemite canceled. Honey, I really wanted to go. No, you didn't. You didn't want to go because it wasn't a camping trip. You were going to get mauled by bears and I set it up. Now that I can be completely honest with you since we're staying together. I was going to kill you. If you could get to that point in your relationship, how great would it be, right? You were going to murder somebody. And then you had some patience because you listened to this podcast and you realized, you know what? They're not as bad as I thought they were. So I'm not going to kill them. You see? We came out positive. So guys, don't kill anybody. Amir K telling you not to kill anybody. Ladies, gentlemen of the jury that are watching this tape, I said don't kill anyone. Can't use it. Can't use this in court.